Hey guys, welcome to episode number 554. Today is Monday, so it's Update Monday, and today we are finally going to work on the ground cover to go around our 1,000 gallon pond. It's going to be a lot of work. We got to excavate, we got to insulate, we've got to install the brick. So let's get started. Hope you guys will join me on this video. So come along with me and learn how to be a better aquarist. All right guys, and here we are at the pond. We are ready to start working. It's actually been raining all morning, of course, but I think the rain's gonna hold off for at least a few hours. So we're gonna see if we can get this pond installed. We're gonna get the patio installed, and if you can see behind me, there's already a lot of work that's been done. I've dug down about 5 or 6 inches, and I made sure that there was 2 feet of available space all the way around the pond. In fact, I used a board that I cut down to sort of gauge how much space I needed. I've got a little bit of gap at the top, then I've got the brick, and then I've got sand, and then I've got the styrofoam. So I was able to run this block all the way around the base of this tank to make sure that I had a level and correct height gap all the way around. So now that that's done, we're going to install the styrofoam, we're going to install the sand on top of it, and then we're going to install the bricks. As long as this rain holds off, hopefully we can get all of that done today. Now, I also have some spray foam so I can fill in any of the gaps around the pieces, but hopefully this foam goes in and everything fits together and everything works out as planned. So let's get working and we'll see how far we can get today.
All right, guys, and here is the finished product. Well, almost finished. As you can see, we ran out of sand just at the end there, and we are running out of daylight. So I'm gonna have to pick up at least one more bag of sand, maybe two, and give this a nice good coating on the top, maybe tamp it down a little bit and sweep the rest away. It's really important to lock in those bricks. But as you saw in the lovely time-lapse video, we were able to install the styrofoam. We were able to plug up all the gaps with the spray foam, cut that back, add our sand as like a paver base, and then add all of these bricks right underneath the lip of the 1,000 gallon pond. And I think it turned out pretty well. I've never done this before. I'm not an expert at bricklaying, and props to anyone who is, because I gotta tell you, this is a lot of work. It's heavy stuff, and takes a very long time. I've been at this literally all day, and this is the result of the work. So, man, this has come a long way. It seriously has. If you would have asked me a few years ago if I would ever learn how to lay bricks as a part of my aquarium hobby, I would call you nuts. But here we are, and this, I think, turned out pretty well. Yeah, first time I did it. I don't think it was 100% level underneath. I got it as close as I could, so some of the bricks sort of go up and down a little bit, but from back here, it looks pretty darn good. I didn't bother to sweep off the sand that's currently on the top, so the coloration here will get plenty more bright once that happens. But like I said, I do need one more, at least one more, maybe 2 bags of sand on the top, tamp it down, sweep it around to get into all of those cracks to really lock these bricks in. I did put additional gravel around the outside edge to lock in the outside edge. Obviously the inside edge is locked in, and once you get sand really well tamped down and sweeped in, then all of these will sort of lock themselves in and they won't be able to go anywhere. So this is the one section that's left. This stuff, I think, is pretty good. It's not 100% there. I think I definitely need to add a little bit more, but once I do, I feel like this will make a very lovely place to hang out in the spring. Again, all of this is just so that we can get to the spring and get this thing online for real. We got test fish in, we got all the projects trying to wrap up here before the ground freezes, and plenty more projects to go. As with any good project, it's never really over, right? So we do have some excess bricks. I had calculated 48 square feet, and then I added an additional 30 bricks just in case, and it turns out I've got 43 left, so I was actually only off by 13, which is pretty good math, I would say. So I'll keep those around just in case, you know, some of these bricks crack, or in case I want to build like a step over here, like a step down over here at some point. I got plenty of bricks left over, so those will just hang outside. They'll weather at the same rate as all of these ones are, and I'll use them when I get around to it. So a couple things that are left to tackle before the winter sets in is I do need to build some sort of retaining wall. I don't think it's going to be very high, maybe about 2 bricks tall. Not these bricks, but like the big cinder block retaining wall bricks. At least 2 high, maybe 3, to hold all of that earth back so that it doesn't fall down onto our nice new patio. That will also help to make sure that the greenhouse is sort of reinforced and stays where it is, and none of the earth sort of shifts over time. So that'll be a fun project to tackle. I'm still not 100% sure how I'm going to hide this 2-inch return line here, but I am still open to suggestions. I don't think it's something I'm going to get to this year because it's not super important, but I would like to pretty that up at some point. But yeah, the goldfish are in. I'm super excited that this patio is now down. Once all of the sand gets swept off, I'm hoping that it will mean that no more sand is going to end up in the bottom of this tank, and I'll be able to vacuum it out, scoop out all the leaves, and everything will hunker in for the winter. We do have a bunch of feeder goldfish in there. If you can see down to the bottom, we've got our chimney flue liners stacked up on the bottom as caves, and they really like those. I think they, you know, they're swimming around them all day long. They hang out inside them, especially in the morning and at night, and I think it's a nice little place for them to hide so they don't get freaked out. I do know when I walk around here and startle them, you know, they need a place to hide, and so it's either in the chimney flue liners or they hide behind the pump. So I may need to add some additional cover in here at some point. Again, it's not a super high priority, but they certainly do like those fish hides. So that's what we've got going on outside. It's been a long day. I'm tired, I'm sweaty, but I think you guys will agree that this was a lot of work, but it was totally worth it. We'll get a better view of this in the coming weeks when I come back out here once all the sand is swept off and it looks all bright and shiny. But for right now, the brick is in, the pond is insulated, and I'm super excited to see how well that insulation does this winter to keep the warmth in this pond. Again, the idea behind that is we're going 4 feet down. We're down beyond the frost line. We want to keep as much heat in the water as we can, and we're going to draw that heat from the ground. So by putting that styrofoam insulation, 2-inch rigid styrofoam insulation, 2 feet around the entire perimeter of this tank, we're keeping all of that geothermal heat that's rising all winter long. We're keeping that down. And we're keeping that down underneath that styrofoam, and we're keeping it against the walls and underneath the bottom of this tank. And by doing that, it's keeping that warm ground away from the cold air. So hopefully that will keep the frost away, and it will keep the heat in the ground, and it'll keep the heat in the water. So if all of that works out, hopefully the pond will stay a few degrees warmer than it otherwise would, and it's deep enough that those goldfish will happily hibernate and survive the cold New England winter. Anyways, guys, we've got some stuff to go inside and look at real quick, so let's do that and then we'll wrap up here for the day. Alright guys, and we are back inside in the fish room, and as you guys may recall, a couple weeks ago I set up these temporary plastic goldfish bowls because I knew that I was going to get some betta fish in from Green Oasis Farms, and they're in. They came in a few days ago, so they are acclimated to their environment. They're swimming around, doing very well, eating. I've done a water change already on these bowls, and the reason I have these guys is because we are bringing them to the Aquatic Experience along with the plants over on the end. We have a very special and very exciting announcement to make at the Aquatic Experience as it relates to betta fish, and so I'm super excited. I hope you'll drop by our booth number 316, so you can learn more about what we've got in the works, what's next. I think it's going to be big. It's something that I don't think has ever been done before, not the way that we're planning on doing it, so definitely stop by booth 316, my aquarium box, to learn more about that. Green Oasis Farms did a fantastic job bagging these fish up and boxing them up. They've got their own little stickers put on the box. We've got a very well insulated box as well, and there was like a couple bags of fish in here along with some additional sort of like fiber fill to insulate this. There was also, I believe, a cold pack because it was coming from Arizona or Florida, both a lot warmer than here. So anyways, that's the box. Green Oasis Farms. Go check them out on Facebook. You can also find them on eBay, and they also have a web page. So go check them out. Go check out the premium betta fish that they have in stock, and come say hi to these fish specifically as we show them off in the My Aquarium box booth. Now, I have added some fluval cycle to these little bowls, and obviously dechlorinated the water as well. And when I do a water change on these, all I do is I take a little rigid airline and I stick it down in the hole that's cut in the center of these makeshift lids here, and then I'm able to siphon off some water and then replace it with my jug. So these guys will be housed here for about a week, less than a week actually now, before the show. So they're doing fine. They came in just fine, and they've got some fantastic color. All four of them look great. So there are the betta fish. Super cool. I'm really excited to pick up more of these guys and set up more of these in the future. But again, come by our booth and learn more, because we got big plans.
And that is gonna do it for us for today. I had a very long day outside. It was cold, it was rainy, it was windy, completely miserable. But I had a lot of fun nonetheless, laying that patio around the 1,000-gallon pond. I think it looks really good. I think it made a huge difference in the aesthetic value of the greenhouse and the pond combination, and we're only getting started. We got a lot more work to do around that area to clean it up and make it look great. But that's as far as we're gonna get on that for today. This is your last weekly reminder that the Aquatic Experience is coming up this weekend in Secaucus, New Jersey. If you live anywhere close to New Jersey or New York, drop all of your plans for this weekend. Come by Friday, Saturday, and Sunday of this weekend to the Aquatic Experience. It's at the Meadowlands Expo Center in Secaucus, New Jersey. We're gonna be there. My Aquarium box. We've got a lot of stuff going on at the booth. You can drop by and learn more about My Aquarium box. You can just drop by to hang out and talk to us. We've got a lot of stuff to sell. Fish foods, aquascaping supplies, driftwood, all kinds of stuff. It's gonna be packed. There's gonna be a lot of people there. So I definitely hope to see you drop by our booth number 316. So we also have ChemiPure. We are going to be giving away samples of ChemiPure green and blue at the booth. So drop by, learn a little bit more about ChemiPure and how it can help to keep your tanks clean. I know Mike, Mass Aquariums, swears by ChemiPure. He's got a lot of hang-on back filters. He's got a lot of small to medium-sized tanks, and ChemiPure is a great way to help keep those tanks crystal clear. So drop by, learn more about ChemiPure, get your ChemiPure samples. We've also got a lot of My Aquarium box swag going on. We've got coasters, we've got koozies, we've got aquarium towels. You all know you need aquarium towels because you make a mess all over the floor, dripping water and whatnot. We're going to be giving a lot of swag away. We're going to be selling a lot of stuff as well. So drop by, say hi, and hope to definitely see you there. I think there will be plenty of coverage of the show if you can't make it, but definitely start planning for next year, because if you can't go this year, you definitely need to go next year. There's also going to be a lot of live streams going on. There are a ton of YouTubers going this year. So if you want to meet some of your favorite YouTubers, this is definitely the one place where you're going to see the most YouTubers, aquarium YouTubers, in one place at the same time. So check it out, the Aquatic Experience happening this weekend, Secaucus, New Jersey. Anyways, guys, that's it for me for today. I'm tired. I'm gonna go take a rest and maybe upload this video. Hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you guys later.